Hi everyone, myself Dr. Sheke, and today I am here before you to deliver a session on fund provision to the teachers, institutes, universities and the industries by different agencies. Today's session is top fund providing agencies to the teachers and various colleges, of course, in India. During the session, I hope you will get at least an idea about different agencies which provides the funds. You know what? The aim of provision of the fund is what will be it? Yes, it is for promotion of the teaching and research in various areas like humanities, social sciences, languages, literature, pure sciences, engineering and technology, pharmacy, medical, and agricultural sciences. Although the government has a network of science and technology laboratories for research and development, the major base of researcher in the science and technology remains with the universities. Following are the some fund providing bodies to the students. So we will see one by one the bodies or the agencies which are providing the fund to the different colleges and the teachers or students also. Friends, out of which first is RUSA. It is Rashtriya Uchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. It provides a strategic funding to the eligible state higher educational institutes. Means what? RUSA is a body and it provides a strategic funding to eligible state higher educational institutes. The central funding is norm based and outcome dependent. Funding flows from what happens generally, the flow of funding comes from the central ministry called as HRD. We know it through the state governments, and where state governments are not there, union territories, that is in Hindi or Marathi, we will say it as Kendra Shasит Pradesh, to the state higher education councils before reaching the identified institutes. So RUSA is the first funding body. See, after which a second comes, which is biggest in the fund provision agencies, and that is DST. Friends, DST is nothing but Department of Science and Technology, which is present into the India and of course is work for Indian teachers and the institutions as far as science and technology concerned. Friends, it plays a role of nodal department for organizing, coordinating and promoting the science and technology activities in the country. So this is what DST is. Third, we are about to see is DBT. See, whatever we have seen just RUSA, second is DST and third is DBT. So DBT is Department of Biotechnology. Department of Biotechnology is one of the body works under the DST only. Means what? DBT is part of the DST which gave a new impetus to development of the field of biology and biotechnology. Friends, through several R&D projects, demonstration and infrastructural facilities, this department has promoted and accelerated the pace of development of biotechnology in the country. So this is what DBT is. The next is CSIR. CSIR stands for Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Scientific and industrial research, so it deals with the research again. The main function of CSIR are promotion, guidance and coordination of scientific and industrial research in India. Means what? The main function of CSIR is to promote, to guide and coordinate the science and the industry research in the India. It assists some institutions for scientific study of problems affecting particular industries and trades. And all these works it serves or the service can be provided by CSIR are in the form of some schemes, and the schemes are research scheme. It is one of the prime scheme of the CSIR. Second is sponsored schemes, emeritus scientist schemes, and research fellowship schemes. So these are the schemes which comes under the CSIR. Friends, CDSCO, we know that CDSCO is a body which is also called as, or its expansion is Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. See, for any approval of new drugs, the permission or consent of CDSCO is mandatory. Means what? The final authority which is required for new drug development or its approval, CDSCO is mandatory. It controls the import of drug. It controls the approval of new drug. It controls clinical trials and approval of certain licenses in India. So CDSCO works centrally, and below CDSCO, the state bodies are there that are called as SDSCOs, State Drugs Standard Control Organization they are called. So central authorities are responsible for approval of new drugs, as I said just, clinical trials in the country, laying down the standards of drugs, control over the quality of imported drugs, and coordination of the activities of SDSCO, nothing but State Drugs Standard Control Organizations. So this is what CDSCO is, and CDSCO is main body which regulates the drug and its development. Okay, so the next is UGC, University Grant Commission. Friends, it is in its name actually, University Grant Commission. So it promotes teaching and research in humanities, social sciences, languages, pure science, engineering, pharmacy, and allied sciences, which are the teachers involved in the or works under these can get the grant from UGC. Although the government has a network of science and technology, laboratories for research and development, the major base for the researchers in the science and technology remains with the universities. Therefore, university and the college teachers need to be supported to meet the requirements of the UGC. Friends, UGC is main body and it is also called as University Grant Commission, and it is the only who gives the fund on large scale to the different universities, different department, different institutes, etc. Next is AICTE. AICTE stands for All India Council for Technical Education. AICTE, now we'll discuss. AICTE is All India Council for Technical Education. It works under the HRD. It is a national level apex advisory body to conduct a survey on the facilities available for technical education and to promote development in the country in coordinated and integrated manner. Friends, it has been performing its regulatory, planning and promotional functions through its regional offices located all over the India. It serves some schemes, and through these schemes it works in India in the form of the fund provision body. These schemes are MODROBS, RPS, IIPC, EDC, NAFETIC and NCP. Friends, this is the AICTE, and after this body, one of the national body which is act as the fund provision body is Ayush. We know what is Ayush, or under Ayush what comes. Friends, now we'll discuss Ayush. Ayush is Ministry of Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani Siddha and Homeopathy. It provides focused attention for the development of education and research in Ayurveda, Yoga and naturopathy. It also deals with, or it provides the fund to Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy in India. It rules some scheme in India, and the schemes are central sector schemes, centrally sponsored schemes, extramural research, financial sanctions, award schemes, etc. So this is the Ayush, and we have just discussed the Ayush. After that, we will talk about the NABARD. NABARD is National Bank, and it is for agriculture and rural development. The NABARD contribute and rule the funding for the agriculture research and development. Students, it contribute in, or it funds to the agriculture, and agriculture is one of the base of our India. So NABARD is one of the biggest fund providing agency all over the India. NABARD is fully owned by Government of India. It is owned by Government of India. It is ruled by Government of India. Thereafter, DSIR is also one of the body which provides the funds to various industrial research and the science research. So DSIR is nothing but Department of Science and Industrial Research. Friends, it provides a link, or it acts as a link mediator between the scientific laboratories and industrial establishment for transfer of technologies through NRDC, and facilitates investment in R&D through CEL. So this is the DSIR, and it mainly helps in industrial research, that is what, in different kind of industries. Then ICMR. See, ICMR is Indian Council of Medical Research. Medical research, as it gives us the name medical, so of course the research which is serve, or research is going on into the medical field, that is controlled by the ICMR. Friends, the main aim of the ICMR is to promote research in the country in the fields of medicine, public health and allied areas. Allied areas stands for different kind of nursing, paramedical courses, etc. The council promotes biomedical research in the country through intramural research through institutes and totally funded by the ICMR, and extramural research also granted by the ICMR and allied institutes. There are some schemes by which ICMR can be ruled, and are ad hoc research schemes, senior research fellowship, junior research fellowship, and emeritus medical scientist. So this is the ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. Next we will discuss about MHRD. MHRD, it is HRD, Ministry of HRD, Ministry of Human Resource and Development Department. Right? So the essence of human research development, that is what the essence of HRD is, an education mainly, which plays a significant and remedial role in balancing the socio-economic fabric of the country. So it is the main or master funding body to all the remain or all kind of other bodies. This is master one, which is MHRD. Since citizens of India are its most valuable resources, we, about billion strong nation, people needs the nurture and care in the form of basic education to achieve a better quality of the life. So MHRD is one of the body or master body which gives or imparts the fund or which provides the fund which are helpful in nurturing the society. Next is INSA. INSA stands for Indian National Scheme Academy. Its object is to promote science in India and harnessing scientific knowledge for the cause of humanity and national welfare. So, its main role is to provide the fund for improving or for harnessing the humanity and national welfare in the form of scientific knowledge. Right. Next is STAS. It is STAWS and its expansion is Science and Technology for Vehicle Sections. So the vehicle section, that is backward classes or weaker in the form of economy, say money, those sections can be covered or can be funded by the body. That body is TOS. It promotes research and development and adaptation of science and technology for improving the quality of life of weaker sections. It also motivates the scientists to apply their knowledge and expertise to problems of weaker communities. Weaker communities having lots of problems, and the problems which can be rectified and try to resolve the problems, and it whole can be done by the stars, by the science and technology for weaker sections. Friends, after these we have discussed many more, I would say, lots of the bodies which can contribute by funding the fund in the form of money, say, or other contributions. The next is MFPI, Ministry of Food Processing Industries. So MFPI gives an impetus to development of food processing industries in the country. So the processing of the food and its development can be funded by the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, that is MFPI. The ministry is concerned with formulation and implementation of the policies, and it has different plans for the food processing within the overall national priorities and objectives. So MFPI is one of the important body which provides the fund. Then we'll discuss the next, STARD. So STARD is Science and Technology Application for Rural Development. The development of the rural area can be served by some of the promising voluntary organizations, out of which STARD is one. STARD strengthens the existing institutions, field groups, and different kind of NGOs. It is involved in motivating scientists, technologists for applying their expertise and the problems in rural area. Try they strive hard to resolve different problems in rural areas. This is the STARD, DRDO. Next is DRDO. DRDO is Defense Research and Development Organization. DRDO is just a research and development organization as far as defense concern. So DRDO is engaged in the formulation of execution of scientific research and development, testing, evaluation leading to the induction of the weapons and equipments. It consists of various chains of laboratories and establishments or the institutes which are situated all over the country, pursuing assigned scientific goals with delegated powers under the policy which are provided by the headquarters which are presented in New Delhi. It works under two schemes, extramural and aeronautics research and development board. So this was the DRDO, which acts as a regulatory body in India. Mainly, it provides the fund to the defense, and which is one of the prime area of India, or I would say for entire world. Defense is one of the prime body. Then we'll talk about the SARS, SARC it is, and its expansion is Scheme for Science and Engineering Research Council. It promotes the research in newly emerging and frontline areas of science and engineering, including multidisciplinary fields. It encourages young scientists to take up the challenges and R&D activity. After SARS, SERV is there. SERV is Science and Engineering Research Board. It is a statutory body established through an act of parliament. It supports research in frontier areas of science, engineering, pharmacy, and it is fund generating body, or it gives the fund to a regular faculty or researchers in academics and the research institutes. They can seek the research support from the SERV. SERV also gives some scholarship or the fellowships like J.C. Bose National Fellowship and Ramanujan Fellowship to the brilliant scientist. SERV also provides financial assistance for presenting research paper in international scientific events. So this is what the SERV, and whatever we have seen all about the fund providing bodies in India to various kind of the uh, institutions, various kinds of research organizations, universities, and yes, to the faculties and the students too. Friends, that's all is about the bodies, as I said, which provides fund to the needy but eligible institutions, eligible students, faculties, research organizations, etc. So that's all about the session. If you like this, so please do not forget to like it, share it, and subscribe the channel. Thank you, student. This is for today. I will come before you again with new session, new lecture, which will be helpful for we people and for the society, of course, in India. Thank you, one and all.